Antonio Brown that they'll try and trade him. Their leverage took a massive hit, so now they're probably trying to regain some of that upper hand by suggesting that they may keep him. GM Kevin Colbert said the Steelers won't give him away, and that if they trade, it doesn't benefit the Steelers. If the trade doesn't benefit the Steelers, they will keep him. He added, by no means will we make a trade or any move that will not be beneficial to the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. I don't think any relationship is irreparable. So this is probably not great news to Antonio Brown. Now, I don't think that the Steelers will end up keeping him, but he is going to be 31 when he starts the season next year.
Yes.
And he obviously wants out. But the Steelers aren't going to get anything for Le'Veon Bell. That's already been decided. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. So they can't risk also not getting anything that matters back for Antonio Brown. But it's not the most ideal trade situation. He said he wants out. Teams know that they are up against the wall with trying to move him out. Not every team is interested in him because they may feel like he's too much noise and he's on Twitter and they saw how the relationship deteriorated with Ben and with the Steelers organization, which is very widely respected.
If I'm Pittsburgh here, this goes back to what we always say, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. You got him in the 6th round. You got 74 touchdowns and 11,000 yards. Don't lose sleep if you only get a 3rd-round pick or a 4th-round pick. You got
They got a 3rd-round pick from the Raiders from Martavius Bryant.
I know.
It's Antonio Brown. You have to do better than a 3rd-round pick.
I don't think you do. I think you look at it and you say, listen, the Steelers have a history of drafting well. They know what they're doing. There's a lot of stars in this league, starting quarterback stars. Brady, Dak, Russell Wilson didn't go first couple rounds. If you trust your scouting department, don't blow up. You know, there's an old saying in sports, don't let one loss be two. Like, don't blow up next year's locker room holding on to Antonio Brown because the Packers will only give you a second. Like, if you get a second-round player should be a 8-year starter. Don't get. You got 74 touchdowns out of a 6th-round receiver.
But I don't think that they look at him like that though. Like it's.
He's
Tom Brady
31.
went in the 6th round.
He's 31.
Yeah, but I think that they're not going to take less than a 2nd rounder. That's for sure. Especially after not getting anything for Le'Veon Bell.
And if you get a 2nd rounder, again, that's it. 1st rounders should be Pro Bowlers. 2nd, 3rd rounders should be multiple year starters. You got 74 touchdowns and 11,000 yards. Don't let him blow up the locker room. As a GM, I'd want a 1st. I'd take a 2nd.
I think they're really just trying to get leverage back because there's no way that he can be
I
in
agree
the
with
locker room.
Yes, that's what I totally agree with.
So 33 seconds into the biggest regular season game in college basketball, Zion Williamson went down in a very scary moment. His left foot blew through his shoe. The entire side panel appeared to be ripped apart. And after the game, Coach K called it a mild knee sprain. I'm sure we'll all be getting updates throughout the day about what the intensity of that sprain is. And Nike issued a statement. They said, we are obviously concerned and want to wish Zion a speedy recovery. The quality and performance of our products are of the utmost importance. While this is an isolated occurrence, we are working to identify the issue. Now, Nike stock was down 1.37% this morning.
Which is...
They have a $130 billion market cap, which means that's almost $3 billion.
So Nike lost now, it doesn't mean anything long term. Nike lost $3 billion on that moment.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it into perspective like that, it's a pretty big deal. Well, now, obviously, Nike's going to be fine.
Yes.
But it's going to end up being an expensive thing for Nike, obviously, as you said earlier, which I totally agree with. Nike has to overpay him now because you can't risk him going to another shoe company. And I already saw shoe companies running to Twitter to put in their 2 cents about how their shoe would not
Puma did and then retracted it.
Did they delete it?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, man.
Puma last night said wouldn't have happened in Pumas. And then they said, we're getting a lot of heat. We're deleting it.
Well, yeah. So people are out there talking about it. I mean, look, it's a huge moment. And it's 33 seconds into the game. A game that people spent thousands of dollars to watch. And obviously everyone was there to see Zion and see this matchup. But hopefully he's just fine. Like the bigger picture in all of this is that it's not an injury that's going to, deter the rest of his career. But
listen, when you're a big guy with all that weight and your knee tweaks, that's what you get.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that the teams all get these shoes from the shoe companies.
Yeah.
But you would think that a guy of that size would be like, hey, we kind of need to check this shoe out and make. I mean, obviously this is something none of us would have even thought of if this hadn't happened. But I mean, LeBron wears shoes that are for big guys, so maybe that's the move there to get into a LeBron shoe.
Yep.
Have you ever seen LeBron shoes?
Yes. They're tanks, little mini tanks. Yeah, they're big.
I think I weigh as much as like a pair of LeBron shoes. They are huge. Finally, a video has made rounds on social media this week of a private conversation between Kyrie and Kevin Durant during All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
And yesterday, Kyrie lashed out about the questions he's getting from that video.
It's just crazy, you know. This is the stuff that just doesn't make the league fun. Like, it doesn't make the league fun. Nobody helps promote the league even more by doing like just fictitious putting things on like what we're talking about. Like, it's crazy. So it's a video of me and one of my best friends talking, and then it turns out to be a dissection of a free agency meeting. You get that? Like, do you get that? And then I'm asked questions about it. Like, that's what disconnects me from all that.
Okay, now, this is the video here. People are kind of doing the lip reading thing with him and KD, and it appears that he says 2 max slots in the video.
Oh!
Okay, here's the thing. Well, I'm on Kevin Durant's side. I was on Kevin Durant's side when he lashed out at the media 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And I understand Kyrie's frustration with the media. I think it's starting to get to the point where everyone needs to be on the same page and understand that if your name is in the pool for free agency, this is what you're going to deal with. This is literally everything you do. The colors you wear, the Instagram pictures that you like, the vague quotes you may post, like everything is going to be picked apart.
I was thinking about this. So the video shows them saying what?
It looks like Kyrie says 2 max slots.
What if he was saying 2 chains rocks?
Oh, I mean, of course. Like we're lip reading. We're acting insane. Like everything they do, we watch and pick apart as if it's these little breadcrumbs to their decision, which they may not have even made yet. Steve
Kerr said about 2 weeks ago in regards to Kevin Durant. He said, "This is why players are stars. The soap opera's part of doing business."
And this is what I'm saying. So I think if you want to get mad at the media, fine. Like we're annoying. We're the worst. That's fine. But what I think players need to understand is this is really coming from fans. Like, fans want to know. They want to be a part of this journey. They want to see if they can be the one to pick apart and predict where they're going to go. It's part of the soap opera. So it's just kind of something that you have to deal with, and it benefits everybody, really.
Yep. Enjoy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The HERDLINE.
If you own a sports team, you need to be informed and make smart decisions to build a champ. No different when buying or selling a car, new or used. Go to TrueCar.com. Their certified dealer network can save $3,000 off MSRP.